I do think we've seen an uptick since the pandemic of young people trying to rejoin religious communities. I think the key is, how do young people remake religious institutions in their own image? How do we confront corruption within organized religion? How do we confront abuse in organized religion and remake these institutions so that they serve people again? The word religion literally means to religament, to reconnect us into one body. That oneness is kind of the foundational truth underneath all religious traditions, that we're all connected, that I am my brother's keeper, I am my sister's keeper. And I think we need that now more than we've ever needed it before. In some ways, we are conducting a real-time experiment on an entire generation of young people, because throughout human history, we have always needed communities to wrestle with the big questions of life. What does it mean to be a human? What is evil? What is love? What does love demand of us? Those are questions you're not going to struggle with at work, right? Those aren't questions you're going to struggle with in a political party or in an election cycle. And so we're missing communities where you can have these conversations about the most fundamental questions in our lives. And so it's no wonder that we have seen rates of anxiety and depression skyrocketing, not just among young people, but all people, because we're all living now in an incoherent universe without a story that helps us make sense of our existence. And so I at the same time can have deep concern about organized religion and the harm it does, but also know that there's a baby in that bathwater. And if we throw out the whole thing, we're throwing out something so fundamental to the human experience. And so the reason I went to seminary was to try to figure out how we could rebuild faith communities that are healthy and nurturing and affirming and help people be more loving. Because if Jesus says that you can judge a tree by the fruit that it bears, and so you don't even have to wonder if it's good theology. Just look at what it produces, and if it produces more hate and more division and less love, then it's not good. It's a pretty simple test. And so I have seen young people at my seminary and seminaries all over the country, at churches all over the country, stepping up to ask these questions and try to answer these questions. And that gives me a lot of hope for where religion and Christianity in particular are heading in this country.